Well, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Prince Obiefle and this is Igbo Made Easy. So today in this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you how to talk about your family members, the name of your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your aunt in Igbo language. And also as a bonus, I'm going to include the name of your favorite pet, the cat and the dog. And also to stay to the end of the video, you're going to see other list of family relations that haven't been included in the picture presentation. So once again, this is Igbo Made Easy. If you just didn't subscribe, thank you for supporting what we do on Igbo Made Easy. If you've not, I hope you take care of it. And also YouTube added a feature, I don't know what it's called, but it's something about fan funding or fan appreciation. So if you want to do that, feel free to. And you also may want to join membership because I'm making more intense lessons for people in membership. So join membership of the channel to access all the things that we have to offer on this channel. And like I will also say, if you want to take a one-on-one with me, you can always send me an email to igbomadeeasy@gmail.com. So with no further ado, let's start learning about your family members in Igbo language. Kaibido, let's start. A baby is called nwa ọhụrụ in Igbo. Nwa ọhụrụ. Nwa ọhụrụ. You can also hear a baby being called nwatakịrị. And because of Igbo contraction, you will not hear nwa ntakịrị. That is actually how it's called, nwa ntakịrị. But because of Igbo contraction, the way native speakers talk, you will hear nwatakịrị, nwatakịrị. Another thing you can call a baby in Igbo is nwa obere, nwa obere. But because of native contraction, you will hear nwa obere, nwa obere. So this nwatakịrị and nwa obere, yeah, doesn't exactly mean baby, baby, baby. It covers baby, but it means child, and it also means kid. The root word for child is nwa. Obere signifies that it's small. Ntakiri signifies also that it is little. So you can call a child a baby nwa ọhụrụ, and you can call a baby nwatakịrị, and you can call a baby nwa obere. If they are very new, they're still suckling babes, you can call them nwa ọhụrụ. But if they are not exactly old and they're just little children between babyhood and all of that, you can use nwatakịrị and nwa obere. And the plural for this is ụmụ ọhụrụ. Ụmụ ọhụrụ is a set of newborn babies. Ụmụ ọhụrụ. Then ụmụntakịrị, ụmụntakịrị from native contraction, ụmụntakịrị is for little kids, little children. So ụmụntakịrị for little children, little kids. Ụmụ ọhụrụ plural for little babies, newborn babies. Ọdịmma. So here we're looking at a brother and a sister. If you want to say my brother in Igbo, how do you say it? Brother is nwanne nwoke. Nwanne nwoke. Nwanne nwoke. Nwa is child. Nne is mother. That is what you have as nwanne. So it's like child of mother. And nwoke is male. So this is to say the male child of my mother. Nwanne nwoke. If you add an M to it, you have nwanne nwoke, nwannem nwoke, nwannem nwoke, and that is my brother. The same thing applies to sister, nwanne nwanyi. So the gender word for Igbo is nwoke and nwanyi. So nwanyi is female, while nwoke is male. Nne is mother, and you soon find out what is for father in Igbo language. So nwanne nwanyi is my sister, my female sibling. Literally my female sibling. Brother and sister is called omunne. When you want to say siblings, you say omunne. Omunne. If you want to say my siblings, just add M to it. And this applies to everything we've seen so far. One name, you add an M after the one name. you add an M and you make it mine. So that is how you use this in Igbo language. Okay. What's the word for father in Igbo? Father in Igbo is known as nna. Nna. It can also be called mpa. Mpa. What about mother? We already saw this. Nne. Nne. Or nne. Nne. And she can also be called ma. Think of nne as mother and think of ma as mom. Think of nna as father and think of mpa as dad. So nne or ma, and that is mother in Igbo. So what if you wanted to say parents, not just father, not just mother? It's quite very simple. You just say mother and father in Igbo. That is how we express parents. And you know the word for and in Igbo is na. Na is the word for and in Igbo. So you are just joining mother with father. And no, it is not father and mother. You start with mother and then you add father. Nne na nna, not nna na nne. Nne na nna is how we say parents in Igbo language. The plural for mother is ndị nne. The plural for father is ndị nna. And the plural for parents is ndị nne na nna. You can say ndị nne na ndị nna. Knowing that na is the word for and, so you could just take this na and put it between this and you have ndị nne na ndị nna, or you can just say ndị nne na nna. And ndị mean people. Ndị is plural, a plural marker in Igbo language. So when you have people who are mothers together or fathers, they are all fathers, we call them ndị nna. Mothers ndị nne. Parents ndị nne na nna. Maybe you went for a PTA meeting for your child. That is how to use this in Igbo language. Now we come to the grannies. So what we call grandfather in Igbo. I'm going to give you time to think. 1, 2, 3, time up. Grandfather is called nna ochie. Nna ochie. Ochie actually means old. Ochie means old in Igbo. So it's not exactly like old father, but in this sense it means former father. Nna ochie. You see, because it's the father of your father or the father of your mother. So is your old father, your former father. But I know you're thinking, no, that was not the word I heard for grandfather in Igbo language. Well, you're correct. Maybe what you heard was mpa nnukwu or papa nnukwu or nna nna or nna nne. If you heard papa nnukwu, it's just like granddad, you know, granddad. And if you heard mpa nnukwu, it's just like granddad. If you heard papa nnukwu, it's just like grandfather. And if you heard nna nna, it's literally father of father. Since you know that one nna means father, right? So nna is father of father. What about nna nne? Nna nne is father of mother. So if this dude were your father's dad, you would call him nna nna. If he were your mother's dad, you would call him nna nne. Or you could just simply call him nna ochie. Or you could just call him mpa nnukwu. Or you may even want to call him papa nnukwu. Or just say papa or say mpa to him, and that would do. Odima. The plural form of grandfather is ndị nna nna, but you have to be careful with this because It doesn't just mean some bunch of grannies or some bunch of grandpas. It actually means our ancestors or our forefathers. So when you say nana, you're actually saying forefather. When you say ndi nana, sorry, ndi nana, you're saying forefather or ancestors. So what if you wanted to just say the plural of a bunch of old men, who are obviously grandpas and all of that? You can call them ndi nna, ndi nna. Remember our plural marker, ndi, not nna. You can call them ndi okenye, ndi okenye. Okenye being the word for elder in Igbo. So they are like old men, elderly men, ndi okenye. You could also call them ndi agadi, ndi agadi, and you could add the gender word nwoke. Not gonna write it out here, but you could add the gender word nwoke for male to say old men. But it's not derogatory the way it sounds in English, like old men. No, it's actually quite respectful. Ndagadi nwoke means people who have advanced in age, and it's quite an honor for somebody to be an agadi nwoke. So you can call it freely to your grandpa, your husband's grandpa, or your husband's father, and all of that, and it's cool. What about grandmother? The same thing, nne ochie. Just know as a rule of thumb, wherever we have nna and it means father, just put nne, it makes the word mother. So it makes the equivalent for the female. Everything we just said in the former slide, you have manuku instead of mpanuku, you have manuku. Instead of papanuku, you have mamanuku. Instead of nne you have nne nna. Instead of nne, you have nne. Nne is the mother of my mother. Nna is the mother of my father. You see, mother of father. And if you added the M to it, you'd possess it. So add an M to it and you have said my father's mother or my mother's mother. So the plural ndinene is also our ancestors or mothers who are I say forefathers, not forefathers. Maybe if there's a thing like foremothers, so that should be it. Ndinene. And that's how they use it in talking of all of those things. Odima. Now, ndi okenye will also apply to elderly women. And ndi agadi nwanyi, when you put the female, remember when it was for the father, we put the male gender indicator, but now it's for the mother, for the grandmother, we're putting the female gender indicator, which we say is what? Nwanyi. How to say grandparents? Remember what we did for mother and father with the na thing is exactly the same thing. So mama na papa nuku will go. But don't say nne na nna ochie. Just mama na papa nuku. You could say nne na nna ochie, but that's fine. But I would rather use mama na papa nuku or ma na mpa nuku or the ma. Now we come to this cutie. This is a dog. What do you call a dog in Igbo language? Nkita. Nkita. Nkita is the word for dog in Igbo language. And these are other things I think you should know about Nkita. Nwa Nkita is a puppy. Remember that Nwa means babe, Nwa means child, So Nwa Nkita is puppy. Nne Nkita, Nne being the word for mother, that gives you a clue to what it should mean. Nne Nkita is a dame. Nkita ohia, Nkita ohia. Ohia is the word for bush. Ohia is the word for forest. Bush, a forest. And it should have a dot under the O. So there's a dot under the O. Nkita ohia. Nkita ohia. That's a wild dog. And it is also used as an insult. When you call somebody Nkita ohia, you are saying the person is an unkept, beggarly, raggedy, and whatever you want to call the person, just the person is a wild animal. Then there is nkita ara. Nkita ara is a mad dog. Yes, I don't know over there, but here we do have some dogs lose their mind, when they're getting old and they start behaving crazy. So they're called nkita ara. Nkita ara are mad dogs. So it's also an insult to tell someone who is ranting, who is behaving, who is crude and ill-mannered and wild, has a wild mouth and wild character, a fighter and all of that. You call the person nkita ara. I'm not teaching you insults, I'm just teaching you words related to dogs. What you do with them is at your own risk. This is a disclaimer. Don't go using these words on people. Nwanketa also is an insult. When you call a person Nwanketa, you are calling their mother a dog. So Nwanketa is an insult to a person. You are saying their mother is a dog and they are baby dogs themselves. Okay, enough Nketa. Let's see our next favorite house pet, considered family members also. What is a cat called in Igbo language? Well, I'm going to spare you Wamba. I'm making a compilation for all the animal names in Igbo language. A to Z animal names. I've done it already. I've recorded it. We're just trying to put it together and make the slides ready for you. So you're going to have every single animal that's ever named in Igbo language from letter A to the last. We have it available on our list and it's available very soon for you to access. So cat is actually called Wamba, but it's not popular. Nobody uses Wamba anymore. What we use conversationally is Busu. Busu is the word for cat in Igbo language. And other things you can know about Busu is Nwabusu. Nwabusu is a kitten, but it also means the way you say Nwanketa, you understand? And Busu itself means ugly. So Nwabusu means a child, an ugly child, of an ugly mother, something of that nature. So you have an idea of what it's talking about. So Busu, Nwabusu, and all what have you. Odema, Kainaga. What do you call family? Yes, because we're talking about family and we never said the word for family. So what is family called in Igbo language? What you call family in Igbo language is quite funny. EZI NA ụLọ. EZI is outside, ụLọ is inside. So EZI is your outside and your inside. It's kind of saying your extended and nuclear relations. Because when you live in the way we live in Igbo, you have your house where you live, and there is a compound called EZI, and everybody who lives in that compound is your family. They were either born by your grandfather or by your great grandfather. You're somehow related, and you're all family, and that's what we recognize as family members. So we live together, this communal kind of lifestyle, and so EZI NA ỤLỌ became the word for family. So people you have at EZI and the people you have in ụLọ are your family, and that's the word for family. EZI NA ụLọ is the word for family, and of course, if you add an M here, you would have said EZI NA ụLọ, and that is my family. And this my family can be your nuclear family, it can be your extended family, it can be your larger extended family, however large you want to go. Other things I think you should know about relation to family is agbata obi. Agbata obi. Agbata obi is the word for neighbor in Igbo language. So your agbata obi is your neighbor. Then iku. Iku is the word for kin in Igbo language. You see, your kin is your iku. And we have ikunne as well as ikunna. Ikunne are your relatives by your mother. That's your mother's brother, your mother's sister, your mother's cousin, your mother's mother, your mother's, anything from your mother is ikunne. And anything from your father is ikunna. So your father's brother, your father's sister, your father's nephews, niece, your cousins from your father, all of them are your ikunna. Then we have iku na ibe. Iku na ibe. Iku na ibe is what we call friends and family in Igbo language. So your friends and family are ndi iku na ibe. Ndi is the word for plural, right? So if you just add ndi here, ndi, and you have iku na ibe, you just said my friends and family people, plural, friends and family, iku na ibe. So friends and family. Odemma, let's play a little recall game. So in this recall game, you're gonna hear me say something and you're gonna have to pick the right option. So what do you hear? What do you hear? So each correct answer is a point for you. When you're done with the recall game, leave a comment in the comment section letting me know how much points you have. And at the end of this recall game, I'm going to introduce you to your extended family members, your uncles, your aunts, your cousin, your in-laws. In-laws are very important. In-laws, if you're married to Igbo, pay attention. In-laws are coming soon. Odima, let's begin the game. Nene. Nene. Noche. Nne ochie. Mama nnukwu. Of course you should have gotten Odima. That's grandmother. Nwanne nwoke. Nwanne nwoke. 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 Nwanne nwoke. Good. Nne. Mma. Mama. Nne. Mma. Mama. Thank you. You're such a wonderful, attentive student. Odima. Fourth point. Nwa ọhụrụ. Nwa ọhụrụ. Nwa ọhụrụ. Family is EZI NA ỤLỌ, not nwa ọhụrụ. How could you miss family? It's EZI NA ỤLỌ. EZI NA ụlọ, outside and inside. So baby is nwa ọhụrụ. Nwa is the word for child. Kainaga, let's continue. Nkịta. 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 That's a dog. Odima. Papa nnukwu. Papa nnukwu. Papa nnukwu. Yeah, Papa nnukwu is grandfather. Maybe you heard Papa and you thought of father. Papa is for father, but when it has nnukwu, nnukwu is like grand. Nnukwu is like big, large. So that means grandfather, not just father. Your father is just a papa. His father is your papa nnukwu. Papa di nnukwu. Di nnukwu papa. So you can remember it now. Nwanne nwaanyị. Nwanne nwaanyị. Nwanne nwaanyị. What did you pick? Because mother is nne and sister is nwanne. Although you see wine inside, wine is always used on siblings, you know. So nne, na are the things you have to know for gender words when it comes to father, mother. Sister, wine. Brother, nwoke. Kainaga. Nwatakịrị. Nwatakịrị. Listen again. Nwatakịrị. Because I know nwanketa, we said something about nwanketa being a puppy. So that might have been a little tricky, but it's a baby we're talking about. So a baby is nwa ntakịrị, and we say you can call them nwa obere. And the first time we played it, we say they are nwa ọhụrụ. Odema. You just have two more to go. This is the second to the last. Busu. Busu. Of course, okay. There is no woke in what we said. So busu is cat. Woke was not mentioned. Odema, you're doing great. Excellent. Excelente. Ijia. Disike. Now the last one. Nke ikpe azu. The last one. Nke ikpe azu. EZI NA ỤLỌ. EZI NA ụlọ. They're just opening their eyes so wild. They're saying, pick me, it's me, it's me, it's me. Of course, you know. So family is EZI NA ụlọ. I hope this helps you with remembering, and you can go back to the video, rewind it, and just look at it again. But let me know what did you score. Were you able to remember all your families? I hope you did. Let's go to learn the names for our other family members. Oh, they look so cute. All the aunts and uncle and all what have you. Sometimes these guys are said to be the problem in the family, but if you understand them and appreciate them and help their insecurities, you're going to enjoy having all your uncles and aunts and cousins and grandma and mother-in-laws and father-in-laws around. Igbo people are so wonderful once they are not insecure. So you have to learn. Maybe the person that has been a problem to you is just being insecure, especially when it has to do with aunts, when it has to do with sister-in-laws, when it has to do with mother-in-laws, and all the in-law things. This part of the family members you're talking about. So, Kaiga. Uncle or aunt in Igbo, what are they called? Uncle is called Dede. Then aunt is called Dada. Uncle, Dede, aunt, Dada. Of course, Dede and Dada are also respect words that you use for someone who's older than you. So they must not be biologically your uncles or aunts, but they're older than you, old enough to be an uncle, old enough to be a senior brother, a big sister. You use Dede or you use Dada if they are female, Dede if they are male. What about cousin? Nwa nwanne or nwa nwanna. Nwa nwanne nne, nwa nwanne nna. Nwa nwanne nne, nwa nwanne nna. We don't actually have a word for cousin in Igbo, so it's more like a description. The first nwa means child. The of is not listed, so let's say child of. Nwanne is brother or sister. Nne is mother. So nwanne nne is my mother's brother or sister. Nwanne nna is my father's brother or sister. So their child is their nwa. So you're having nwa nwanne nne, nwa nwanne nna. So I don't want that to be confusing for you. I just hope it's clear enough. Just play it back again and you'll be able to understand. Nephew or niece, like I said, is just a bundle of description. Ụmụ nwanne nne, ụmụ nwanne nna. This is plural. Now, if your cousins are plural, switch nwa with ụmụ. If you want to say cousins. If you want to say nephew, niece, not nephews, nieces, then you have to say nwa instead of ụmụ. So you can just switch the first, and what you have remains pretty much the same. Your nephew and niece is ụmụ nwanne m. Cancel out this. So nephews and niece, ụmụ nwanne m, simple, or nwa nwanne m, simple. The nne and nna comes when it is your father's brother's kids. Those are your cousins. But your brothers or your sister kids are not your cousins, they're your nephews and nieces. It's just a bundle of description that you have to wool along to know how to say. So this is the interesting part. In-law. In-law is ogo. So whether they are the father-in-law, the brother-in-law, the sister-in-law, the child-in-law, the wife-in-law, the cousin-in-law, any type of in-law at all, just call them Ogo. Ogo is fine when you're dealing with your in-laws. Just in case you've not mastered which one is mother-in-law, which one is father-in-law, and all of that. Ogo would always work for you. Mother-in-law, very powerful people to respect, especially if you're a woman married in Igbo. The most powerful people to respect in your family. And they are called Nne Munye. Is if it's the man, if you're the man and you're married to a wife, you call her Nne Munye. Munye is wife. So Nne Munye is mother of my wife. But if you're a woman married to your husband, you call her Nnedi. Nnedi. Nnedi is mother of my husband, and that's how we say mother-in-law. Father-in-law, the same thing, just change Nne to Nna, and you have the same thing play out. Brother-in-law is Ogo Nwoke. Ogo Nwoke. Sister-in-law is Ogo Nwanyi. Ogo Nwanyi. Sister-in-law. And with that, we've come to the end of Ogo Nwanyi. Ogo Nwanyi. So any of these, you can add the thing to it. The thing makes it mine. And if you did ya, you say ha. If you say Nnediya, you have said ha, mother-in-law. You know, but if you say Nnedim, you have said my mother-in-law. The M is for mine, the ya is for his or hers or her, he, his, and all what have you. So eba ka ị ga-agbado ọwa. This is where we're going to have to stop. I ga-agbado ya eba ka ọ dịnụ mgbe ọzọ. Remember, my name is Prince Obiefle, and this is Igbo EZI, and you can always take a one-on-one with me, and you can always join membership, and you can always send an appreciation. YouTube send me a message saying something about appreciation. So if you see it on the channel and you want to do that, go ahead and do it. If you want to join membership, go ahead and join membership. Thank you for supporting what we do on Igbo EZI. I love you. And yes, I know this is quite different from what you're used to getting from me, right? So I'm going to be doing all of this kind of presentations for you. Until next time, I humble Mazi Prince Obiefule. Daalụ kwanu. Ndewo.